I grew up in Oregon City and lived there until I graduated, and then my husband and I, we lived in Portland for a long time, and then we moved to Washington in 2004, and then things didn't work out, and I moved to Idaho in 2013. So
that's my mom.
I'm a Western girl, Pacific Northwest. Oh, really?
Yeah, my dad's from Eugene in Oregon.
Oh, okay, I know where that is. Yeah. I'm
trying to remember where my mom's from. I think it's Boise. I think she's from Boise.
Oh, that is such a small world.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is so funny.
Well,
I mean, it's Northwesterners. I didn't know about here.
Yeah, here's just so you guys can see. Here's that parcel. So this one was 68. Just over 68 acres.
Yeah. We rotate our cows and our mules and horses around. There's 6 fenced areas, and they all have a pond except for behind the barn, and this, it's a little bit over an acre, this one right here. They have like automatic tires with the water in those, and they don't freeze. So that's really nice, you know, especially in the winter. I mean, it wasn't too bad last winter, but there was some, like probably a week of freezing temps. So the property is laid out this way.
Yeah, well, you can show us whatever you want. Your favorite parts. I love that you're here to talk about everything. It's
Awesome.
wonderful.
Are you keeping bees too?
Yeah, we do. Yeah,
This is place number 13.
Over the winter during
It's
that
pretty
cold
cool.
spell,
I mean, this is an actual log cabin.
Yeah.
Considerably more acreage than a lot of the places that we've been looking at. I'm just going to walk around the porch here. We've got a little pond. See that, Wendy? Right there.
Yeah, that'll be pretty. Up and running.
The porch goes completely around. Completely around.
I think my biggest problem I've had out here is my own ignorance.
Okay.
I'm from Idaho, a high mountain desert.
Sure, so different environment.
Yeah.
Get used to a new place.
You know, I'm not used to dealing with stuff that just grows all the time.
Oh.
It's ridiculous.
It really grows fast.
And yeah, stuff grows down here like you can't believe. And as you can see, now I did talk to a buddy of mine at work today. As a matter of fact, I was complaining about the pastures didn't look like this last year. He said everybody's having trouble with it.
Because it's been
Is it dry?
Just that year, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it was dry, and then it rained a lot, so the grass kind of had a late start. But of course, you know, weeds will grow in anything. And I don't have a tractor with a brush hog. And what they've told me is if I would have went out and brush hogged this early, it would have let that grass come in a lot better.
Okay.
So it would be more grass.
Yeah, if you look out here, see, I've mowed a little bit, and you know the grass is knee deep right out in here. But I just used the lawnmower.
Okay.
Because that's all I had.
Sure.
So you either need to be better about rotational grazing, because I'm not, or have more livestock than I have.
Yeah, we're starting small.
Yeah,
So
we've got 10 goats right now.
So apparently goats love this stuff that's growing in the
Yeah,
pastures.
they'll
They
eat a lot of.
absolutely love
That's
it.
what I'm thinking.
A lot of that
and,
stuff
I'm
anyways.
looking And I'm thinking, oh, I'm not gonna have a problem feeding this to them. But did you guys have to bring in hay and things and stuff in the wintertime then?
Yeah, we have
Yeah.
to feed hay in the winter, but
Okay.
it's not. Well, we ran over 60 head in mother cows in Idaho, and I mean, are you guys from the west?
Yeah,
We're
Oregon.
actually from Oregon.
Oregon City.
Yeah.
Okay, well you get more rain there.
Yeah, more rain.
So there was times I had to literally have to start feeding hay in September there because of the droughts and stuff. I think we started feeding in December. We started feeding hay in December a little bit, and not even the quantity. I mean, I was feeding roughly 40 pounds per cow. Here, maybe half that.
Okay.
And then, but then as January comes along, you got to increase. But then February comes along, and it's almost, I don't know, it's weird. It's almost spring compared to what I'm used to.
Had you ever even considered doing your own hay and getting your own hay?
Pasture.
Okay,
When we walk
okay.
up there, I'll show you that.
Okay.
Now it's overgrown, but I'm not a farmer. I don't know a lot about farming. mostly just running cattle. That's what I've always done. But I talked to some buddies down here that are farmers that actually know this country, and they said that would make a good hay field if you went in and worked it up, and of course they just grow grass down here for their hay. It's not alfalfa.
Yeah.
I mean, it holds my cows just fine.
Yeah.
I mean, they're fat as pigs.
Yeah.
But I guess it's hard to grow alfalfa down here because deer eat it out. There are a lot of deer.
We saw one at the last place.
Do you hunt?
I don't hunt, but yeah.
Something to consider.
I'm Colby, by the way. Nice to meet you, Cody. Almost have to hunt out of necessity.
Yeah, almost just to help.
Deer control.
But
This coming weekend is doe season. They added a 3-day rifle for doe, and then December there's like a week-long rifle for. And those 2 seasons aren't normal. They're trying to fit.
Oh,
there's a lot.
there's more of them.
And it's free.
Yeah, as landowners.
Literally, it's free.
Nice.
Tags.
I
Nice.
think
20 or more acres, and you can apply for landowners tags, and it'll be granted right away. You put in your parcel number.
Yeah. And so I had them come out and add some outlets and check it to make sure it was safe and everything.
Yeah, no, there's lots of interesting spaces back here. I know Wendy wants to milk the goats, so having a
So that was a
milking
milk room right there.
Yeah,
Now it's we're trying to pack up because I work and we have a lot of stuff. So if we were to get an offer or whatever, I need to.
Yeah.
We got stuff in storage at West Plains too. And
Right.
Trying to, and it's about to pick up at work. I work at the butcher shop. Do you butcher your own animals?
We have done our own chickens and rabbits and quail. We just had some goats butchered, but we had them done by somebody else, larger animal, and we just hadn't done anything that big before.
Yeah. So like if you decide to do a beef or something, like Volleman's is literally 10 minutes away.
Good to know.
And I don't know if they brought their goats in through here and went into there and milked, because that was set up for milking. That's where they milked.
Look at all this space.
Yeah, look at the pig back there.
My goodness. It's ready-made for separating and kidding and...
Yep.
There are some very large pigs.
Oh, good to know. Good to know.
So I'll go in.
I think one might be in the yard.
Yo, you're okay. But yeah, they've all, I mean,
Oh, they got lights.
yeah, I'm sorry.
I saw one by the feed barrels over there. She's sitting in it.
I don't know what it is down here.
I don't know why I have incubators. Seriously.
Wendy, this is an amazing structure, and I'm not seeing too many pinholes in the ceiling, so
Yeah.
do you get much rain that comes in here? Is it fairly dry?
Yeah,
fairly
it's dry.
So, this right here this needs to have a little dirt filled in, because it's
Fill up
kind
with
of
a little bit of water.
Does that?
It gets a little bit wet right there, but that's the only spot.
Okay.
Honestly, I don't know if anywhere in this barn leaks that we've had any issue with water coming in.
Yeah. And then our quail are through there in the lean-to.
Okay.
And this is access to that little bit over, it's like 1.5 acres or whatever that I was telling you
This is
about
a
over there.
automatic
And then
water.
here's one of
Okay,
them.
I was
I'm sorry.
wondering.
It's higher.
And it actually works, but I took it apart and tied it off to shut it off because the pigs wouldn't leave it alone. And there's another one around here, and
Kind of an
it's
automatic
full of
waterer kind of a deal, or?
Yeah. And I just took it apart and shut it off because
Yeah.
pigs wouldn't quit it, and I didn't want them to break it.
We know this area can be used for pigs. Pigs is one of the animals we were thinking about getting.
Called her little lady when she was little.
Now she's not so little.
Anymore, but yeah.
She's always covered in mud. So, yeah.
That is a satisfied pig.
Yeah.
Look at the chicken coop over here. Some pretty chickens.
Yeah, I was so excited about this. Like, paint it down. Never seen
We didn't do garden this year, but last year we
Oh, garden space over here.
So there's 4 peach trees.
Cool.
They're pretty prolific. They're there's two there. You really, I mean, if you really wanted them to really do good, I'd take the mimosa tree probably out. But have you ever seen a mimosa tree?
Oh, they're beautiful.
Oh my gosh,
It smells so good.
they're amazing.
Favorite trees out here.
They flower out with this
Then.
feathery pink flower. I can't bring myself to cut them down.
They look like they belong in like Hawaii.
Yeah.
Nice, nice.
Oh,
And there's
wow.
one in the front corner up there at the yard, and this they are.
Well, we'll
I
have to
wanna
wait
take
and see
some
what
of the
that looks
pods
like,
with
yeah.
me 'cause I heard
One question I wanted to ask, and I'm glad I just thought of it. A lot of the places we've been looking out here have like rock just all over the place. Sometimes just exposed rock right on the ground. Hardly any soil. It's hard to predict. Have you guys had much issue?
There's no rock in here.
Yeah.
So we put the pigs in here when we first got here, and they shoveled up what rock was in there.
Yeah.
To me, there's not very much rock here, but where I came from,
Idaho.
We had
it was
a lot.
rock. I mean, it'd take
It was
you.
rocky.
I mean, by digging a fence post by hand, a 3-foot deep
Okay.
fence post by hand,
Yeah.
it'd take several hours to do one. You had to have a bar and bust through the rock. And,
Oh boy.
Not
and
here.
generally, I had to have I have an older son that does powerlifting and
Tree
stuff.
roots was the big issue for us doing fence
Okay.
posts, but
Okay.
Here, I sunk a couple up there on one of the where I put one of the new gates, and I did 3 of them in an hour.
yeah.
So, and I mean, there was some rock, but there wasn't that much.
Yeah.
That upper corner, right where you come in by the mailbox,
That was probably the rockiest.
that's probably the rockiest
Yeah.
spot, and it's pretty rocky.
I love to see this. I'm going all over the place. I'm just seeing things I want to talk about.
Yep.
I love the whole driveway all the way around the place.
Mhm.
That's really
Yeah.
something I was kind of in the back of my mind that I wanted.
Yeah.
Um,
The wraparound porch is what did it for me when we saw this house. I was like,
Yeah,
oh,
that's
I
something on
always
Wendy's
wanted a
list
wraparound
too.
porch.
Yeah.
Yep.
Ticks and what are they? The chiggers that get your legs.
yeah.
Your legs will just itch from being out and around.
If you keep it, they said keep your
Thank you.
grass, your yard low, and you won't have the trigger issues.
Yeah.
If you wanted to get some cows, and you were only going to get just a handful and couldn't justify
Yeah.
keeping a bull
Yeah.
year round. There's a lot of people that AI down here,
Huh.
and this little gal that did it for us, she's pretty young, and the boy, she's just great.
She is.
She's easy and gentle with the cows, which I personally like, instead of somebody just trying to ram that straw in there and being rough, I think
Yeah,
they'll have
yeah,
a better conception
yeah.
rate.
Okay. Well, that's good to know because we had talked about maybe having like just one dairy cow that we would, but then it was like, well, we need
Do we even really need that much milk too? So I don't know.
Well,
Then I
are
could
you going to
play
raise
with it.
pigs?
Oh,
Yeah, we're thinking about pigs.
You'll have the
I
fattest
just
pigs
do
ever.
butter.
On the milk.
Do it
Okay.
all butter and a
Interesting.
little bit of cheese, just so I
Yeah.
could play with cow milk cheese.
Yeah, we calf share, so the calf gets half of
Mhm.
the daily amount, and then we only have to milk once a day.
Yeah.
There you go.
A gig
Mhm.
for $70. A gig of,
Gig for
Yeah.
$70. That's
Yeah.
incredible.
and that's what?
That's incredible.
Yeah, I mean it's half of what we pay for Starlink.
Yeah.
And I think,
What are your?
well, we're nowhere near a gig.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the upload was,
Oh, sorry.
no, you're fine.
So if you can pull 100 megs on Starlink, is good.
Yeah, the upload on it was, because I said, well, what does that mean when he was telling me?
What's a gig? Yeah.
And he goes, well,
Watch
if-
a movie that fast.
Yeah, he goes, if you're lucky, you're getting a couple hundred megabytes
Yeah.
off Starlink.
Mhm.
He goes, a gig is 1,000
Yeah.
megabytes.
That's right.
And I'm like, holy smokes. He goes, so if you're streaming or whatever, he
Yeah.
goes, it doesn't matter
Yeah.
how many streaming.
Yeah.
And then the upload, I don't remember the numbers, but it was like 3 or 4 times as fast as Starlink.
Yeah.
And I'm like, he goes, so are you interested? And I said,
100%.
twice as much internet for half the
as-
cost?
That's the
Yeah.
thing.
I
That's
said,
the
you
thing.
bet. When is it going to be done?
It's gonna be
This
5
place has
times.
just been wired for fiber optic
Mhm.
internet, which is an incredible bonus, especially doing YouTube, because that's going to be a lot of uploading time otherwise.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did you guys want to walk up to this pond?
Yeah, let's see the other pond too.
You want to walk up there?
Sure.
Yeah, because there's that one, that one, that one, and there's one back in the woods.
That's amazing.
Here, he's an older guy. He kind of keeps to himself, real quiet. Nice. I mean, he waves and whatever.
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
Everybody down this way, great. I mean, you stop and talk, you're there. You're gonna.
Oh, you're
talk.
going to be talking for a while.
And I did have the cows over here. Well, I had my dairy cow over here. I actually had 2 brown Swiss at the time, and they punched out, got in with his cows, and I called him up. There's like 4,000 acres back here that one guy owns.
Wow.
And so I called up his cow guy. I said, "Hey, I'm sorry, my cows are out, because this isn't open range in Missouri. Missouri doesn't have open range." And I said, "Hey, they're out there. Can I go get them?" And he goes, "Oh yeah, of course." He goes, "Well, you know, I'm moving cows tomorrow." He goes, "I'll just bring them in, put them in the corral for you, and you can get them whenever you're ready."
Nice.
And I'm like, "Oh, I appreciate that, but I gotta milk them. I mean, they need to be milked right now." I didn't say that, but I just said, you know, I really need to get them milked. Is it okay? Because you do whatever you need. He goes, "Absolutely." He goes, "Go ahead and just do whatever you need to do." And so, of course, they come like dogs. You know,
You're
shake-
friendly cows.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
And so I brought him in, and then I called him. A branch fell down on the back fence, and I called him and I said, "Hey, I really need to go over on your side. It just the way it fell, to fix that top wire and get that branch off of there."
Yeah.
He's like, "You don't have to call me. Do whatever you need to do. You're fine."
That's good to know. That's great to know. Good
And so-
folk out here. Sure.
Acorns are pretty good this year.
Nice. Here's a question. Because we're going to get started small and grow. If we have just too much land here that we're going to have to just take care of and not be able to really utilize, are there folks around who would be interested in having cows or somebody else or something else out here to?
You could lease it out that fast.
All right.
The guy I work for he'll lease it in a heartbeat.
Okay.
In a heartbeat. He is constantly looking for pastures. As a matter of fact, I was gonna let him come in here to try to keep the weeds down, and then we listed it, and I didn't want to be that guy that's like, "Oh hey, you gotta move your cows now."
Coming up on another pond with fish.
So what I was saying about like finding bits of,
Oh yeah, firewood
and-
just right
and
there.
it's hardwood, so it's gonna burn like coal. You know, it's just
Don't have to cut
Old
down
tree
trees
stand,
with this
yep.
much land to have your own firewood.
no, yeah. That's somebody's old deer stand. They have taken some pretty good sized bucks off this place.
Now, do you let other folks hunt or just?
No,
just
I
okay,
didn't.
okay.
I didn't. I mean, I guess
You can do hunting leases though. You can actually just like
you could lease it out for hunting if
Yeah.
you wanted to.
I've got a feeling Wendy wouldn't be super keen on that, but something to talk about.
Yeah, I mean, I can send you a bunch of the game cam pics because if you want to go that route, they're going to want to see probably. I'm
Oh,
guessing that
yeah.
they're going to want to see that
Evidence
it's
is there's
worth their
there.
money.
Sure. One of your favorite spots?
I like this. I like this. It's just quiet. And you know, I think it is because it's kind of in this little bowl,
Yeah.
and it's quiet here. They are so loud.
Yeah.
It's like, what is going on?
But like talk at the same time.
Yeah, but like I said, that log house,
Yeah.
for whatever it has, just pretty. You don't get a lot of sound, outside sound.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
Hard to get down to an oak.
yeah, you definitely. I mean, you'll hear the rooster crow in the morning. It's not like it's soundproof, but it's kind of nice when you want just quiet. So the property line stops right there at those trees.
Mm-hmm.
And then it goes up to this upper corner, back up in here. And then here, if we walk up a little further, you'll be able to see the fence line down here.
Okay. Do you have to take care of fence lines very often out here?
No, so my cows knocked a hole in the one.
Yeah.
I had to take care of that. Branch fell. I had to take care of that. That was nothing really. Take the branch off and tighten the wire.
Yeah.
And then there's a hole down here that patched.
Okay.
That's it.
That's it? Over the past year or so?
Yeah, almost 2 years. That's it.
It's interesting. We've got this like trail of the hogwart right through
this
here.
is where I drive all the time.
Okay. This is what happens when you mow, something else grows.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Nothing never not grows down here. I mean, you don't have issues with that. You know,
Yeah,
so somebody
yeah.
doesn't come on your property. Those gates are there.
To help.
If your cow gets out,
Yeah.
instead of having to go
All the way
trailer
around.
and go get them, you just open the gate, and or if their cow happened to get on you,
Yeah.
you just open the gate.
Yeah.
Neighborly.
Very
That's
much.
yeah, I was just saying that's a beautiful vista right
It
down
is.
that way.
Yeah.
I'm just going to spin around here just to show what we're looking at here. This is a wide open pasture, good for hay. Right now it's overgrown, but easy to take care of that if you're managing it. Beautiful.
Yeah, my grandpa had 60 acres, and he had cows on it, and he always said, it's not good fences, it's good gates to make good neighbors.
Yep, that's right. You know, I've not seen, the only snake I've seen are the black rat snakes. I've not seen a copperhead.
Okay.
And
I've been
you don't have
halfway
enough
through
water for
somewhere
water
and go,
moccasins, so you don't have to worry about that.
Okay.
But
Okay.
I'm not saying there wouldn't be a copperhead
Yeah.
on here. And as a matter of fact, I've seen one since I've been in Missouri.
Mm.
And that was a month ago, almost to town.
Yeah.
He was in the road basking, and I saw him. They're pretty, they're beautiful snakes. I don't want nothing to do with them,
Yeah.
but
yeah.
they're beautiful. But, you know, if you look at this, that, you know, if it was cleaned up and taken care of, that'd be a nice hayfield.
Yeah.
And you know, with the amount of rain and the way it grows down here,
More than we know what to do with it.
I would venture
Yeah.
to say you'd get 5-6 tons to the acre. You know, at least on your first cutting.
Yeah.
Your second cutting probably be lighter, of course. But
Yeah. And that would be way more than we need to
Oh.
you sell it.
10
Sell it.
goats,
Sell
Brian, so.
Yeah. Well, the thing is to be
Stop
able to
worrying
have
about
somebody help us with it and
Well,
take
then
some
you-
take
and
some
they-
hay
Yeah,
as
you can
payment
do that
and
too.
Yeah.
trade.
Yep.
50-50 share
As a matter of
lots
fact, on Facebook Marketplace, if you watch, you'll find people asking.
for ground to do that,
Okay.
where they're going to bring
Okay.
their equipment in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
We're set back,
Okay.
so we don't get that dust when people
Oh
drive
yeah,
by.
yeah. There was an
We
awful
don't
lot of
get-
dust up there.
Yeah, we don't get the noise of the traffic coming by, and
Yeah.
yeah, it's nice.
One thing I wanted to ask, that road, the gravel road, do you guys have to pay anything to have that thing re-graveled?
No,
Okay, so it's
no,
taken
that's
care
part
of?
of our taxes.
Okay, good,
Yeah.
good.
Yep, we don't have to pay anything for that.
Oh, wow. Look at that, Brian.
Yeah. Just up and over and over. That is beautiful. This place has views too.
I think there's some history on this place. Maybe it's just me thinking that, but I think they're up that upper corner where the old the big juniper, or I mean big
Persimmon?
cedar,
Okay.
big cedar was.
Yeah.
I kind of want to think there was an old homestead there. There's a trumpet vine up there. It's absolutely gorgeous. And why is it there? And then there's tulips.
Lands in
Yeah.
my hand.
Oh yeah, yeah.
happens to me
Things
all
you
the
plant
time.
around a house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why is it there? So right down here is the other little pond. And like I said, now it is not much, but it's always held water.
Oh, the horses are right over there. You can see the back side of the barn. So we're swinging right around the property here. Little animal or something down there.
Fox, an armadillo or something.
Yeah. Could be an armadillo. Probably. We have a couple of them.
Yeah, we saw our first armadillo just a few days ago.
Yes, sir. When we moved down, I'm like, look at that.
They're
Awesome with anti-tank.
a tactical possum.
A tactical possum. That's a way to describe it.
A lot of guys don't like them down here, but I haven't seen where they hurt anything, so I leave them alone.
The two things I've heard from people around here that complain about the armadillos is that they'll dig a hole and a cow can step in it and get hurt.
Okay.
And if they're digging a lot, then your tractor they can make spots where the tractor
Tractor falls into.
and it wouldn't even like make a big, it's just bouncing.
Yeah.
So
That way, I just
home.
want to close this gate.
Okay. Yeah, we walked back up that way, all the way around.
Yep.
back through here. Now we're gonna go back down to the house.
Are you talking to the people or are you talking to us?
I'm talking to the people. The people need to know.
People demand answers.
I know.
The people are important.
It's like,
All of these people are important. Everybody thinks I'm silly.
yeah, imagine.
I can't imagine. I can't imagine why.
The trick is don't let it get ahead of you in the spring.
Yeah.
Be quicker in the spring on it than I obviously was, and you won't have this.
Yeah. So we were just saying that the grass right up there by the neighbor's house, if you can kind of see that, how green that is, that ground is basically this ground.
Mhm.
So, yeah, that's the potential.